Hey, what's up? My name is Ollie, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about how to deal with anger. So, let's say you've been experiencing a lot of anger recently. You've been experiencing small things in your life that, for example, someone's been cutting you off in traffic, someone's been nagging you of small things, and what ends up happening is you're just bursting out with just like screaming, angry, you're swearing. So many things are happening. And when you really look back at it afterwards, you're like, why did I react like that? Why is it that I just bursted with anger? The reason why that happens is because you're not letting yourself be angry. You're resisting being angry. I've experienced this quite a bit recently. I've noticed how I resent being angry. I really, really resent being angry. Because most of the time, what happens when you're angry is that you're shamed for it. People tell you, don't be angry. Don't let that anger out. But why is that people tell you don't let that anger out? Why is that they're telling you that? It's because they're just connecting the dots that being angry is something that is destructive, is something that cannot be used to be something beneficial. If you look at a lot of creative work, you can see that a lot of anger has been really pushed into that direction of being creative. Because when you use that anger, you can really point that in the direction that you want to use it. So if you're angry, the most important thing to do is be angry. Actually be angry. If you have to punch a pillow, punch a pillow. The most important thing is don't put that anger towards other people. Don't let that anger really spread to other people, because that's what happens if you're angry and you're punching someone else, or you're just using that destructive power against someone else, if you're using it in that way. But what is good about anger is, if you've been feeling apathy, or you've been feeling like really dozy and not really that much has been happening, you're just like, well, I might as well not feel great, I might not feel bad. That's just being in a state of apathy. And a lot of people think that when you're starting to feel angry, I'm angry about my situation, I'm angry about what's happening around me, a lot of people will start to be shamed at that point. They will start to be pushed back to where they were before. And what I would challenge you to do is, the next time you're feeling anger coming up within yourself, is try your best to resist expressing that anger, in the sense that you're using that anger in a physical sense towards objects that's around you. In terms of punching a pillow, sometimes the pull is really strong. It's important to not put yourself down just being more angry at yourself, because if you're not letting or not accepting whatever you're feeling internally, it's a way of escaping. It's a way of telling yourself that whatever you're feeling right now is not okay. Even as a man, it's okay to be in touch with your feelings. If you're angry, that's fine. If you're sad, that's fine. If you're happy, that's also fine. Whatever is happening is fine. Whatever you're here to experience right now is perfectly fine. What is really starting to make problems appear is that if you're angry, if you're sad, if you're happy, but you're really resisting whatever is happening in the moment. If you want to be somewhere but you're not where you want to be, you're basically resisting the present moment. If you look back to when you were a child, you would just wake up and you were just excited. You could just see like a small hill and it was suddenly a mountain. Like even just a small pillow could be a mountain. Like you had so much creativity and youthful energy just bursting within you. And then what started happening over time is like you started getting more in your head. You started to just really think a lot deeper about what it is that you wanted to do, but you put a lot of walls up. You really put a lot of pressure on yourself. And since you're putting so much pressure on yourself to perform, that's also the time when everything becomes a lot more serious. So since you've been putting up walls and you've been really resisting whatever is there in the moment, a lot of this comes back to a lot of the teachings I really resonate with. So I've been teaching a lot with Julien Blanc and Buddy Burkle and Owen Cook and a lot of different people. So you might have heard of the book Letting Go by David R Hawkens. That's also a really, really good book that I would recommend you to read, because it's about letting go of whatever emotional state you're feeling right now. So when I'm saying letting go doesn't mean, okay, I'm just trying as soon as possible to just get rid of whatever I'm feeling. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you're fully accepting whatever sensations you're feeling in the moment. And that's really, really key. Really, really key to accept whatever's happening there. So the kind of teaching that Buddy Burkle is teaching is like always start with spirituality, like really understanding what is it that you want out of your life, what is your motivators, and really start building your life up from there, and going over to health, going over to wealth, and then eventually into relationships. So when you're angry, be thankful of it. Like that amount of energy, it's just beautiful and so perfect to change the direction of your life. And if you've been having depressions or you've been feeling in a really low mood, the fact that you're having a lot of anger surfacing, that's such a great thing, because it means things are coming up for you to release them. So whatever is coming up at this moment, it's exactly what you need. So the kind of teaching I would do, or the kind of exercises more specifically, is that you can sit in a chair, just sit straight, and I would just, if you're feeling angry, and I know this is not the easiest thing to do whenever you're angry. Like when you're angry, you just want to, if you feel like you're just punching a wall, that's the first thing, and you're just like, you don't feel like sitting still at all. That's not what you're feeling like doing. But challenge yourself, because this will help a lot over time. It is that when you're just sitting down and breathing through whatever is happening in the moment. Because when you're sitting with it over time, that means that whatever is happening there is going to subside. So let's say right now I would be feeling a lot of anger. What I could do right now is I could sit straight in the chair like this and close my eyes and just start breathing. I would take a deep inhale, hold for 3, and let go. And I would do this for a couple of cycles. And eventually what would start happening is a lot of the anger would probably become even more intense. I would experience whatever I was feeling at that moment as really, really intense. And the pull from that intensity can be really, really intense sometimes. Just putting emphasis on intense. Like if you're really feeling angry, and if you've suppressed something, like if you've suppressed a lot of anger, like if it's been in your family that it's not acceptable to be angry, and every single time you are angry, that's also when when it is that it is really important for you to really start testing that for yourself, what it's like to be angry. Because you most likely, if you have been suppressing anger for so long, like you're just feeling so much resistance to let it out, because you think that if you first let out the anger and just feeling that anger completely, you honestly believe on a deeper level that there's going to be so much anger that it's going to completely destroy your life and you're not going to have any control over it. So it all comes down to really accepting whatever experience is happening at the moment. So if you're feeling angry, you're angry. If you're feeling sad, you're sad. If you feel happy, you're happy. Just let whatever you're feeling, just feel it and just let it be there. So the kind of breathing I briefly explained was to sit comfortably in a chair. You breathe in for 3, and then breathe out. And you can change the cycles. Sometimes you do something that's called pranic breathings. Pranic breathing is really good. You inhale for 6, hold for 3, then exhale for 6, holding for 3, and then breathing normally. So I would do that for a few cycles. And after you've done this cycle, when you're feeling an emotion, eventually what will start happening is that it will start loosening the grip on you, and you will start being able to really experience on a deeper level what is behind that. Because in the beginning, you might not even feel anything. Like, that's fine. It is going to happen. It is going to happen. And just really diving in on the subtleties, just feeling the subtleties of whatever is in your body at the moment. That's really important. So if you're experiencing some problems with it, just comment down below and I'll be sure to come back to you. Otherwise, I'll be coming out with some new videos pretty soon. Comment down below your experience and see you guys soon. Peace out.